Alright guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back. This is my Innovative Marine Fusion 10 gallon. I've had this about a year now. Really excited because I haven't really had too many issues with this tank. Already going to give it, high star review. This is my stand. It's not that great. Actually, I got this stand for free. It's like a BioCube 25 or 40 gallon stand that I got for free, and I've had it for a while. We had a bunch of stuff on it. Now I have my tank on it right here. At this point, kind of useless because I'm going to go ahead and start out with this as my review, I guess, of the tank right off the bat. This is like a revision 1 of the top, and it came with those little plastic deals. I think I actually have them. Nope. They're not in there. Don't worry about that. I used to have them right in here. They slip on the top, and then there's a little lip that comes underneath, and this stays on top. One of the big flaws for this was the power head is right here. It would come, hit this mark. It would create a siphon right over this, and I would constantly have a stream of water every single day, which was a nightmare with my salinity. It would pull water all over the front of my stand. If I didn't have this extra room, that water would be all over the carpet. And because of that, this is MDF, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is obviously swollen. It's got like a little groove there, so the water would actually just pool up right here. I'd have a paper towel wad constantly cleaning this up. So basically the stand is ruined as far as the stand if I was trying to get rid of it. To do anything else, you can't make it flat unless you put a new top on it, and I don't know who's gonna really want to do that, to be honest with you, but that's nothing. But I got some plexiglass that I've had for a while, super glued it to the side, now sits on top. This is kind of how the revision 2s are. They kind of come out a little bit more and they sit on the top of the lid. But anyways, this is my tank right here. Obviously, this is the Innovative Marine 10-gallon tank. All of this rock I've had for a very long time. I've been reefing for quite some time, but I'm no expert. No one really is, in my opinion. But well, some people know a lot. Anyways, so I've had all this rock from previous tanks. I tried to start a reef for my girlfriend. It kind of got out of hand. We moved. That died. I basically cleaned off the rock. I've kept it in water just because I never wanted to really die. So this is technically like 20 pounds. No, just kidding. Probably 15 pounds of rock. At some point, I think this is probably too much rock for the tank. I'm not going to lie. But it's doing good, and it's doing good because of that. I've got some hammer. I got a hammer up at the top. I believe that is a jack-o'-lantern something. I'm really bad. I'm really bad with names. Obviously, these are some Duncans. I have a bunch of Zoas. This is just my tank in the morning. I will kick in eventually by the end of this. I'll basically give you a good rundown of what it looks like with the lights and a little bit more, but I wanted to just go ahead and say what's up. But yeah, this is the tank. I wanted to show you what it looked like with the lights off so you can kind of get a good idea of the tank. I believe this is a 13 by 15 by 13 or 15 tall. I don't know the dimension. All right, so here's my tank with the lights, and they've been on for a while now. That Duncan, you can see, has exploded. I actually got this as a frag for like $5 at a new fish store that opened up near my house. He gave me like 3 heads. It's probably been about like 6 months, 7 months maybe, but I'm a heavy feeder. I feed a lot of frozen. I'm starting to not feed frozen. I actually have some of this stuff right here, small pellets, starting to get them on pellet food. They went for it. Obviously, they're like designer clowns, so they're gonna go for that kind of stuff. But have this little makeshift frag rack that I was talking about earlier. I just picked up this guy a day ago. We can kind of get a look here at this little rack. I got this guy, this one, and another one that actually fell down there, all for like $2 or $3. They were just trying to clean out. They had a bunch of egg crate. It's a really new place, so they were like, let's just get rid of these little guys. And I was like, I'm all about that. So this is the tank at night. I figured I would go ahead and kind of go over what I have. Again, Innovative Marine 10 gallon. about, probably close to 12 to almost 11, less than 15, more than 10, somewhere around there. Rock. I kind of wish I could aquascape this a little differently, but we can go from there. I've got the A cans right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. They're purple and green, and then I have an orange plate. These green hairy mushrooms. It was one, and then I tried to move it, and it ripped in half. And then obviously it healed up completely fine. Hammer's doing really good in there. So powered Kessel A80, 24/7, basically running full intensity and kind of a mix as far as color from like 100% to like 80%. Kind of depends on how I'm feeling. I kind of mess with this a lot sometimes, make this a little more white. But sometimes I get home and I kind of want to see everything pop. I don't know if it matters, but sometimes I move it around. But for the all intensive purposes, we'll leave it right there. As far as stuff in the back, I have the caddy, the 3-level. We've got that green foam for phosphate. Basically, I got some regular floss. I've got more of the green foam, and then I've got some ChemiPure Elite, the nano one. That's really, really small. Second chamber, a heater. I have some Chaeto in there, no light. I'll get to that in a minute. And obviously the third chamber right here, we have nothing. It's just the return. I was running a Chaeto reactor. These are two little fishes reactors. I tried to do it, obviously, this right here, I had on the back hooked. It would hang right here. I had one hose in here with the initial pump, but the actual Innovative Marine pump is only rated to like 92 gallons per hour, so I upgraded that to like 192. I kind of feel like I could have gone bigger, but pump might have not fit. Anyway, so it would pump into here and then back into the return, and then I had the LEDs wrapped right here. Maybe I'll pop in a video right now. There was a lot of life in there, and the Chaeto was really, really clean, but like I said, these are two that I've had to go through because I don't think you can see it in the light on this one, but there's definitely a crack that went on. It never leaked. This one for sure, you can tell right here that it did start to leak. Now, I can't tell, you can't really feel all of them on the outside, but on the inside, you can for sure feel it. It never leaked. I never had anything like that, so they definitely held as far as leakage. But for the most part, I started to get a little concerned because obviously I don't want this all over the carpet. And they were just the rope LEDs, waterproof, and they were like the grow ones, not the white ones. But I had them wrapped around, and then they were probably on. If it wasn't off timer with this, it would make the house basically stay bright forever. So I basically had them on for a very, very long time, and I think the heat actually got hot enough to crack this right here. So that is why I'm not running it. So to save some Chaeto, I threw out a bunch, and I took, like a golf ball, and I threw it back here. I'm not sure how I'm going to redo the Chaeto reactor situation, and I know I could cut the vinyl in the back and put a light, but I kind of want to do a little bit more. But yeah, that sucks. I have two of them, and at this point, I kind of wish I could use them, but I might use them in a sump in the future and just leave them inside the sump, but still power them and use them as a Chaeto reactor, because they didn't leak, but just in case, I don't actually want that to happen. But like I said, this is the tank. It's actually coming along pretty long. I've had it about a good year now. It's really stable. I was actually talking to my buddy, and my salinity actually swings a lot because I don't have an ATO. I've never bought one. I definitely need to invest in one. I have a bigger tank coming. I'll talk about that later, but I'm gonna need an ATO for that. But I still use one of these guys, and my salinity is basically 0.24 to 0.28, let's be honest. It swings a lot, but fish are really hardy, corals are really hardy, and that's why I named this channel Is This Reefing, because for the most part, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I've been doing this for actually a pretty good long time, and so the way I feed, the corals I choose, the amount of rock I always go with, and what I always do filtration-wise, I found my own little sweet spot as far as making sure the reef will be able to handle whatever I throw at it. It's kind of like a weird conditioning, but yeah, working a lot, just really liking LPS. I'd really love to get into SPS, but for the most part, I'm really loving LPS a lot, but, just like I said, I found my little sweet spot to allow myself to kind of like, go a little longer on water changes. The salinity kind of sways. I know it's not good, but at the same time, that's basically where I'm going. again, my little sweet spot of being able to just kind of slack but also care. And then here we are. 1 year later, tank is going pretty strong. Basically can handle whatever I throw at it, which is kind of what I'm going for, because in reality, these guys right here are always pretty happy. The female's always hosting this at night, and, female's actually hosting the hairy mushroom during the day, and at night, swimming across the Duncans right here, even though they're all, like, shriveled up. It's got two houses, and the male is always either where he's at or actually behind the rock swimming up and down. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyways, that's this tank. It's been going pretty strong, pretty juiced about it. Hopefully I get to use these reactors again. When I did have a Chaeto reactor going, like I said, back here, the tank was like really, really doing very well. As you guys can see, I had tons of pods because I used to have a Mandarin a long time ago, but the Mandarin actually decided to jump out, and then I got another one, and then that was a bad idea. I didn't really like to eat anything frozen, so I was just filling the tank with pods for a really long time, and eventually I knew like I wasn't going to be able to sustain. But luckily there was enough pods already in the tank that when I was running the reactor, they somehow made it in here, and as you guys can tell in the video that I put in, there was a lot of life in there, so the tank was doing very good. But as of right now, we're back to bare bones. We just got the caddy, the heater, and nothing in the return. And then obviously I just got the Chaeto in there because I didn't want to have to go out and buy some more in the future. But anyways, guys, I got some food here, getting it thawing out. Probably won't get into that. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is the tank. Got a bunch more videos coming. So like, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. How careless are you with your tank? All right, guys, later.